good break from Poomjaeng, you've got to say. Just reaching the balk line. Lots of right-hand side on the cue ball to play the safety shot. And these are better safety shots from Dechawat Poomjaeng. That's got his opponent thinking again here. Forced into taking that red on. And seems to have got away with it. And a chance for Poomjaeng to bring the black into play if he plays the two reds behind the black. Well, he had no idea where the reds were going to go, but he had some idea where the cue ball was going to go. And it's finished up. Okay. Again, this looks pretty good. I think you can see the red on the right side of the table. Two reds just above the black spot. Not quite a plant to the right corner. Well, there is a red to the right corner, but surely it's too risky to take on. He doesn't think so. Good pot.
He's knocked some in, hasn't he, in this match?
Well, there was no way he was going to avoid those reds, but if he can knock this blue in, what a great chance. Big shot.
Dechawat Poomjaeng, 1.
Well, I don't really know what red he played for. The way he played it at that speed. Okay, the cue ball wouldn't have been there, but he just needed to still it in for the red just below the blue. Well, that's another good chance for Poomjaeng. That was never easy. Hasn't hit it hard enough.
Well, what a mistake that could be.
And he was playing so well in the last frame, Dechawat Poomjaeng, and I expected him to score quite heavy there. Reds were nicely spread, but it's like he stopped and waiting for his opponent to start doing something.
Well, it's up to Einsle now to try and get himself involved in this frame. As I say, if he can put a nice break together, then he'll start to feel better. We saw that with Mark Davis in the first match. That was scrappy early on.
8.
But he started to play very well at the end of that, and he did get the win over Mark Allen, 4-3.
Yeah, sometimes when
9.
your opponent starts to play well, it does spur you on a bit.
Well, Stuart Carrington has beaten
16.
Oliver Lines 4-2, and Ollie's dad Peter 2-2 with Liam Highfield.
Seventeen.
A little too straight on the pink. He may have to take the yellow here. This is the red that Poomjaeng just didn't quite hit hard enough. And that was a good positional
19.
shot. And the red just above the black.
Twenty.
Today Jimmy White has lost 4-1. Martin Gould has beaten him.
Twenty-seven.
Good recovery.
28.
And he's on the green.
Patrick Einsle.
Well, again, he was a
28.
bit quick on the backswing. But fortunately, he didn't get his intended position.
Well, 27 points in it, so it's not much of a lead. Plenty of reds on.
Well, that's a little unfortunate for Patrick Einsle there. That red just coming back down the table has left an easy snooker chance for Poomjaeng. Needs to get it tight up behind the blue, this. Well, he didn't quite get that cue ball touching the blue, or close enough to it. And this is the result. Well, a half chance here with this red along the cushion for Poomjaeng, but there's lots of pressure attached to it. Has to get this one, you would feel. Doesn't like it. Yes, he composed himself. Had to get that one. He was 27 points behind. This is awkward cueing as well. Two good pressure shots, those.
Well, meanwhile, if you're with us right at the start of the day, you'd have seen the Mark Allen, Mark Davies first frame. Allen was in and was called for a foul by the referee, and Mark didn't think it was a foul. He stood his ground. Replay showed the referee was correct. And Mark, just wait for Dechawat here. Mark has tweeted the following. He said, "It's not often you have to apologise to a referee, but today was one of those days. I swear I must be going mad in my old age." So obviously someone has he's either seen the replay or someone's told him that the ref was correct. It didn't really have any bearing on things in the end.
Yes, another good recovery.
11.
Would you believe it? After
Dechawat
those good
Poomjaeng,
shots.
11.
This is a relatively simple red with the rest.
One.
So another chance. This was the red that Poomjaeng missed unexpectedly, and he wasn't impressed.
Eight.
Didn't
Nine.
quite come far enough for the red to go back onto the black. Had to go up for one of the baulk colours, but it's finished nicely on the green. .28 points in front. If you can play down for the black here.
12. Fifteen.
Still needs a couple of reds. That was a pretty good shot, played with right hand side on the cue ball.
He'll need another red after the black. And 2-2 I think will be a great result for him, because he has struggled, but Poomjaeng has not put him away. Poomjaeng needs a snooker, and you can hear what the audience think of that. They love it. The man is back in it.
Yes, and he's tucked these balls very well. A couple of pressure balls in there, just this black to make sure.
.36.
Yes, it is. One thing this is doing is creating a bit of a headache for the organisers. There's still first round matches yet to start. Ronnie O'Sullivan and also Mark Selby, so they're going to have to sort that out one way or the other. I suspect Selby's match possibly will be moved from this table and get that started, because of course they've got to play 3 rounds today. Meantime, Einsle now of course can't miss. Now the pressure's off, and he's right back in it. And Poomjaeng, if he were to lose this match, he might look back on this frame. It was a good chance for 3-1. Potted some good balls, but couldn't keep it going.
45 and the free.
And there's a good 45 in the end from Patrick Einsle to take it. And, well, it's still too close to call, because he's drawn level at 2-2. We'll be back with more after this break.